Hello, everybody. What is going on? How was your day? If it is daytime for you. Welcome back to Outdoor Garage. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing another little stream today. We started yesterday. It went pretty well. I got 3 views. Well, more like 2 because one of them was me. Didn't have to admit that. Anyways, just a little refresher of what happened yesterday and about this channel. So this is Outdoor Garage. This is my channel. Streaming wise, I'm going to do a weekly show starting here pretty soon. I'm going to try and do daily, but definitely every week I will do a live show about cars. So stay tuned for that. I'm getting all the ideas together, thinking about things, how I want to do it, the segments, all that stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. I really haven't done much streaming, but from what I have done, I am learning, and I really like it. I really like it. But let me check real quick if I have audio, because that's important, right? Like, what if you guys couldn't hear anything that I'm saying right now? Let's see. Okay, we've got it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so as I was saying, last night we started streaming. It got cut short. It got rudely interrupted, shall I say. And so I had to quit abruptly, and we stopped the video we were watching right in the middle. We were watching Matt Armstrong. If you don't know who Matt Armstrong is, he is an amazing YouTuber. I love watching his videos. I've watched him for a really long time, actually. Basically since he first started with these car builds just in his driveway, which was really cool. So he's awesome. Go watch him. He has the videos. He makes the videos. He puts in the work. So don't watch me instead of him. Okay, I'm not trying to take away his viewers, but I love what he does. I love watching him rebuild these vehicles. I need energy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to react to him building these vehicles. We're going to give our input, talk about what he's doing, what maybe we like about the car, how awesome it is. Try to guess if it will start or not. We already did that last time. But things like that. Like, we're just basically reacting to his content and giving an extra little twist and just hanging out and enjoying it. And this type of content won't be all that I do on live streaming. I'm going to have a show with segments. Maybe a React segment will be one of those segments, but it won't be the whole thing. So don't worry about that. Let's watch Matt Armstrong. Let's enjoy this build. It is the Lamborghini SVJ build. So he started this not too long ago, but it's been over for a while. Has millions of views, of course. Well deserved. But that's what we're watching. So that's what we started. He bought a Lamborghini SVJ, guys. There's less than 2,000 of those ever made. They're super rare. They're super cool. And he happened to get a Roadster. So where we are in the video, since, again, we did have to stop short last time, we are at the point where he has the car in his shop. He's picked it up. He started taking it apart. And now he's trying to see if the car will start. So super exciting moment, actually. Just happened to be that way. We'll see together if this car starts or not. I hope it does. That'd be awesome. So, without further ado, let me move my camera. Boom. Like so. I already have it queued up. I'm a streamer. What can I say? I know what's going on. Let's put our little earphones in. so we can hear what's going on. Got our Red Bull, as you saw. Let's get started.
Well, we call it a TCU because it's a transmission control unit that falls asleep and doesn't wake back up again. So because that's fallen asleep and doesn't wake back up again, we can no longer select neutral. And we need to select neutral to be able to start the car. That allows the starter relay to click over when we press the button there. So our first goal here is we'll put the starter motor back to how we had it, and then we need to trick this transmission control unit to wake up, which we think we can do by flipping over a relay inside this box here. But let's do one step at a time, and let's first put the starter motor back together. Then we'll come to this relay and see if we can activate it. Up in the air. Okay, this is getting complicated. But effectively, what we're doing is going back to square one, putting everything back to how it was. Because our main goal now is to get this car to go into neutral, because we think that's the reason why this car won't start. When you open the door of these cars...
By the way, I agree with that analysis. If the car is in gear, especially a non-manual car where you can't just push the clutch, it's not going to start, usually. So, I mean, again, I don't have much experience with Lamborghinis, but from just my general knowledge of cars, and I do know cars a little bit, yeah, it's not going to start unless you put it into neutral. So, I agree with what they're doing. I think that's the perfect thing to focus on right now for them. And I hope it works. That would be awesome.
Meant to prime the transmission pump. The way this car changes gears is through solenoids in the transmission, and it needs 50 psi to push the solenoids of the transmission fluid. And at the minute, we're not hearing anything. And that's because that transmission control unit is fell asleep. But we can prime the pump ourselves. All we've got to do is take this fuse box cover off. Then we can see the relay, which is for the E-gear pump. And then we're going to remove that relay. Beautiful. And we can figure out from that where we need to manually put the power. So on this diagram, and here we can see terminal 30 has the power all the time.
By the way, I love this stuff. I love figuring out what's wrong with the car, diagnosing, and just being able to come up with an answer. Because there's always an answer, right? There's always a solution to the problem that you're having. You just got to find it. And a lot of the time, you just don't have the knowledge because they're so intricate. These little things that you have to look for. Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin if I had this car. Obviously, he has experience because he's been doing this for a while. But I bet in the beginning it was so nerve-wracking because you just don't know what you don't know, right? So it's like, how do you know to check these little things and these different devices and these super capacitors and everything? It's like, I just think it's really cool, and just to figure these things out.
Time on this, which is this one here, and then what happens is 85 and 86 draw a current, which is 85 and 86, which goes around a coil, which works as almost like a magnet, which flicks the switch over to allow the power to go from terminal 30 and then down to terminal 87 and 87A, it says. So that and that all together should power the E-gear pump. So instead of relying on the transmission control unit to send the signal to the relay to flip the power over, we're going to do it ourselves by bridging the power out of this section and putting it into this section.
I love it.
And to do
Get
that,
a little wire.
I'm going to be using a nice bit of speaker wire. Okay. And then we should hear the pump. Can you hear it? Now this pump should build up around 50 bar of pressure, and the tone of the pump should change the more pressure it builds up. But this pump was just wearing the same regardless of how long we held the power to it. Taking its time, isn't it?
Interesting. Is it
no
hose broken or
I think
something?
it would have primed up by then.
Unless it is primed up.
Well, we could try it now, couldn't we? See if it goes into neutral.
I'll pop the relay back in because it might have woken that up now. Just doing that.
Is that the E-gear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the E-gear primate.
Yeah. Neutral.
Have we got
Moment
neutral?
of truth.
Neutral? No.
Ah!
No neutral. So the transmission.
That must be so irritating when you think you have done it, you think you figured it out, and you're trying it, and it doesn't work. But sorry about that. But you know, he's gonna keep going. He's not gonna quit, obviously. But yeah, let's just keep watching.
Transmission control unit must now be awake because when we open the door, the E-gear pump primes by itself, but it can't be building up enough pressure because we still can't get it out of first gear, which is stopping us from starting the car. Gearbox malfunction. And now that that control unit is awake, it's sending a signal to the dashboard telling me I've got a gearbox malfunction. So now, if I scan the transmission for faults, it might actually show me what's wrong with it, whereas before, it never did because the control unit...
Maybe he can clear the codes. Maybe a connection's broken or something. He can plug that in. It's starting to come together for him here. And yeah, it'd be cool if he can put it into gear. I think, you know, maybe the pump isn't building pressure. Maybe a line is cracked or something. The car did crash at a high rate of speed, so things can be broken here. But, you know, we'll see. I should stop talking.
Wasn't awake. Transmission, we've got 5 faults. What are they? Hydraulic pressure unit loss, TCM power relay sense circuit lower limit not reached. Now it's just going to clear these fault codes first and see which one comes back. And the one I can't clear is hydraulic pressure unit.
Yep.
Loss of pressure, implausible signal. So our suspicions were right. The pump's working, but it's not building up enough pressure. I then could go on to live data on my diagnostic tool to see actually how much pressure the hydraulic system actually has. Remember, we need 50 bar. Oh yeah, it is increasing. 1.2. Stuck on 1.28 bar. No, and then it's dropping down now. But we couldn't get the pressure to go past 1.2 bar. Found something else. Okay, so we've got live data, 0.64 bar, and then do you know when we get the pump going,
yeah,
we can get it to go to 1.28 bar, it won't go any further. As soon as we let off the power, it drops straight back down.
Right, okay. Right, so have you got the car on the ramp?
Yeah.
Right, if you pull the centre section out of the car, where
Yeah.
the prop is,
Yeah.
obviously you've got engine, then gearbox, and on the end of the gearbox, you'll see next to the prop is the
Full valve system
pump,
kind of thing, yeah.
pump and all the system. You want to see if there's any apparent fluid loss.
So we've got power to the battery now, but we've still got no start. The car's stuck in gear, and that's the reason why the car won't start by itself, because it's stuck in gear. It needs to be in neutral to start, but we can't move the car out of neutral. To move it out of neutral, you need hydraulic pressure in the gear changing system. You need 55 bar, which is an insane amount of pressure. We can get 1.28 bar, then it drops down. That's by manually putting the thing on. And so we need to find why we're losing pressure. Has it got no fluid in it to build up pressure, or is something broken underneath? So we're going to go and have a look underneath the car now to see if something is broken.
Yep.
Last time we had the car in the air,
Sometimes it's not that easy, right? It's not, you can't just get in the car, power up the battery, and start the thing, unfortunately. Sometimes you're going to have to get down and dirty and do some mechanical labor, shall we say.
wasn't anything I could say that was obvious that stood out that was broken. But now we know we're looking for a leak and somewhere from the gearbox, maybe we can find something. We've got to remove these panels here and take a look. Well, there's a bit of wet. Yeah. Oh, there's a mouse bin in it. Oh, looks like a little
Did a mouse chew the freaking wire? Is that the problem? Stinking mice. I have a story about that later.
Mousy thing. But yeah, there was a bit of wet. Oh, there is a bit of wet. Oh, here. Yeah, this is green fluid. Which is what's used in the transmission hydraulics. Okay, so it says the gearbox fluid is separate to the hydraulic fluid which is used to change the gears. We were just going to unplug one of the sensors just to see if it was leaking out of there. But I can't say it looked like it was leaking from the sensor. Oh, I can see a seal here. Can you see that green seal? It's like a bit wet. Yeah, it don't look like it's in. It looks like this solenoid, which shifts the gears, has almost bent out because you can see the oil seal poking out of it.
It does.
Maybe that's where we've lost the fluid from. Oh, look. Oh, that's done it.
Oh, the whole bracket holding this in is broken. That would actually make sense. Yeah, I think they figured it out, guys. I think they found the problem. I really do.
That's hit that, broken, hit into that, leaked the gearbox oil out, gearbox oil, no shifter oil, so because of no shifter oil, it doesn't turn into neutral, and because it turned into neutral, it don't stop. This has got to be it. Oh, I think we found it. It looks like this transmission mount, which is cracked, has been hit, and that has pushed this solenoid up. And you can see here it's sort of sitting on the wonk, which has pulled its seal out, and that is why we've lost the hydraulic fluid for the shifter mechanism.
Yep.
Oh dear. Now, let's remove this solenoid and hope there's no damage to it. We know where it sits onto the shifter mechanism is slightly bent, but we're hoping we can bend that back straight. The actual internals of it looks alright. Time to get bending. And now, that's looking pretty good. We just hope it works. Because Lamborghini don't sell these solenoids separately. You have to buy the full shifter mechanism, which is £13,170 plus VAT.
No.
I won't be paying that.
No.
Now the seal goes in place, and then the solenoid afterwards. Then we can tighten it back up into the mechanism.
Oh, did you
After
break the
that,
bolt?
I'm loosening the bolt, which is covering the hole
Holy
where
cow,
we're
I
going to
have
put the
PTSD.
fluid back in. This has
Guys, I have PTSD from breaking bolts. I've done it a couple times. What can I say? I'm just a strong guy, but at the same time, it's like, it feels horrible. When that bolt snaps, it's the worst feeling in the world, trust me. One of the worst.
Of a one-way valve in it, which allows you to push fluid in, that should stop it from coming back out. Then, another bolt here, where the fluid will come out once we've put enough fluid in. CHF, Central Hydraulic Fluid. So we pump this fluid into the filler hole until it starts coming out the other hole, which would tell us when it's full. Hopefully that makes sense. And we found the reason why it was pretty hard to find any leaks, because this didn't even take a litre of fluid before it was actually full.
Oh, it's coming out that hole now, yeah.
Now that the fluid is coming out of the other hole, we know it's full, so we can start putting back in all of the plugs. And once they're all back in, the solenoid looks like it's holding fluid at the minute. But it's not holding any pressure yet. That's all good. Now to test, see whether it works. Right. Relay for that pump, and it should start making the noise and then stop on its own. If it don't, we're gonna have to manually do it again. In goes the relay, but no noise yet. Let me press the door latch. Then we got the noise.
All right.
Hear it? Wait for it. Yes! Stop. It stopped. It stopped. It stopped. Come on.
It's gonna go. Come on, car.
Come on. Now let's see if it'll go into
I think
neutral.
it's gonna work, guys. Guys, what do you think? Oh, it already went in neutral. It's gonna work, guys. Trust me.
Neutral! Neutral! Yes! We got neutral!
Come on, baby!
So let's see if I can change any gear. Oh, it's gone into first again. Oh, let's come out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's jumping in and out of first.
It's jumping in and out.
Oh, it's going neutral, reverse, park.
You know what? I think maybe... Hey. I think maybe that thing's still leaking a little bit, which would suck. $13,000 part, $14,000 part. That is insane. Guys, you got to have money to work on these cars. You got to. Unfortunately. But it's worth it, man. And I want to do this stuff. Like, I want to be him. It's not jealous. It's not envy here. It's just jealousy, right? Envy is where you get angry and you want to kill him and stuff. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But I do want to do what he's doing. I really do. My stinking cat, guys, is bugging the heck out of me. What are you doing? His name is Pistol.
It's doing everything.
No, it's in second.
Yeah, I'm not sure that solenoid works properly. Or is it calibrating?
Oh yeah, you can hear it. That's the.
It's just shifted everything.
Can you hear it under
Yeah. But will this car start? Yeah!
Yes!
Started.
Yes, Queen! Yes, Queen! What are you doing, cat? Guys, that's amazing, man! God, that thing sounds so good. V12. That freaking V12 just spitting. What? Why are you biting me? He's biting me, guys. This is animal abuse. This is human abuse by the hands of an animal. What are you doing? I know he wants attention, but like... He's not jumping in my lap. He's just like standing like this with his arms on my legs and, you know, but yeah, whatever. This is an exciting moment for these blokes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jump up. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Good boy.
I can't believe it.
That's awesome. Hey, check your
It's running.
check your gauges, man.
Top of that, it was letting me select first gear. Got it started around Lamborghini. And underneath, no leaks. The solenoid seemed to have worked.
Very nice.
Leaking.
Very, very nice. That is such an exciting moment, I'm sure.
Get in! Now, it doesn't run great because we got no lambda sensors. But we're gonna see if we can, we'll see one, if it starts up again, and two, whether that spontaneous combustion, whatever, what is that thing called? Supercombobulator. The supercapacitor comes back to life once we connect that back up. Will it restart again? Every time.
Guys, he's biting
So now
my
we're going to
arm.
see if that supercapacitor is actually sprung to life. So we're putting that back to how it should be
All right, get out
to
of
see
here,
if
boy.
it'll
We're not
start.
gonna
Then
bite
we
you,
know
go.
all of the starting system.
I'm the alpha in this house. I'm the alpha and the omega. You ain't gonna bite me, boy. You are not gonna bite me. Okay.
Is all good. We're seeing if it will start now with it connected as OEM. Supercapacitor capacitated and connected. Moldy steering wheel activated.
Yes.
Everything's working. Let's get fixing. That is one worry over with. Now let's get cleaning that mouldy interior. I've removed the roof panels so it's a little easier to access and see what's going on inside. And then we're gonna start attacking this steering wheel. And it's actually cleaned up all right. I literally thought I might have to buy a new wheel. But with a small going over, the interior almost looks brand new again.
Oh, it looks so good.
As for the
That interior looks so good. Look at those seats. Red and black. Classic. Beautiful. The roof's off. God, man, that thing is sexy.
Exterior, well, that's a different story. Let's get off all the damaged panels and work out what we need to order
On the
and if
inside.
there's any hidden damage underneath it all.
It's sexy on the inside, okay? Like a lot of the women that I date. On the inside, they're very, very attractive. Just kidding, just kidding.
Off comes the bonnet, and we can see the damaged frame at the front. Luckily, all of this just bolts off and is replaceable. Now we can take a look what's going on behind this wing. But first we've got to get off the wheel.
Oh, that's light.
Once we've got the wheel off, I can access all the bolts to take this wing off. And actually, inside the wheel well doesn't look too bad at all. And best of all, the carbon tub is in good nick. It's just this part of the frame here, which is definitely folded. But luckily it unbolts from the chassis at the front. So again, it is replaceable.
Nice.
Good news over here. Well, kind of good news. Good news, no suspension damage. Really dirty though. This whole car needs a clean and ice blast, which we will do. But damage to this top leg here. Now, let's go over to the worst part of the damage, which was at the back left. Got to get that wheel off, check the suspension.
So
and
what
I'm
happened
hoping
here?
we might actually be able to drive this today.
So what happened? Did it hit head on something, flip around, and then smack the back? Or did it roll? I don't think it rolled because the roof is fine, right? Yeah. The windshield's not broken. Windows aren't broken. Mirrors aren't broken. But yet the front is smashed and the back passenger side is smashed. So I really am curious about how that came about. I really am.
Let's go. Moving to the back. For some reason, this wheel sits really deep inside the arch, and we need to find out why. And once we've got the wheel off, we can see exactly why. Oh, that the banana armor
Broken
armor.
suspension.
Oh no!
Oh,
What?
that thing is bent like a freaking.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
else
it's
is
not the
broke.
chassis, is it?
Yeah.
You're joking, what?
Oh no.
It's the hole in the chassis leg.
Oh no.
Oh, we need Bob.
Does that mean we have to take the engine out?
Nah, because it's not. It's only pierced a hole in it. It's just put a hole in it there, look. So, looks like some hidden chassis damage, but it could be worse. This thing looks repairable, but to get a better look at it, we've got to remove all this suspension and work out what we need to replace. Right. Look at that. But
Wow.
look at that. Looks like some Batman's goggles. Hopefully, Bob can cut out and re-weld back in. And it's nothing's actually mounted to that bit where it's broken, so it's not actually doing that much of a job, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not doing much of a job. It's just part of your frame, you know what I mean? And it just supports the entire car. But other than that, I mean, it's all good, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
This is supposed to be straight. And it also looks like the hot oil, which had come out the oil cooler, has burnt a few wires at the back, which are for this rear wheel steering module. But if we're going to repair this chassis damage, we've got to remove all of this, so we can get Bob from the machine shop the perfect access to weld it back up. So off comes the lower wishbone, along with the wheel hub, and we're going to hang the brake caliper out of the way, so we don't have to re-bleed the brakes.
Yeah, that is a pain. Anytime I work on my cars, if I don't have to, I do not, and I mean it, I do not disconnect that brake caliper. Excuse me. I just don't. You do not want to bleed the brakes, okay? You know, even if you're good at it, I just don't trust that they're going to work the same. And many times they just don't, right? They're a little bit softer and stuff. I don't know. It just scares me. It scares the heck out of me. And brakes are so important, especially for such a powerful car like this. You just do not want to mess with them.
And now that it's off, let's see what's actually damaged on it. I think it bent the bolt. To be fair, actually, that don't even look that bad. it was this bit that's bent, but this is £5,000.
£5 grand for that?
£5 grand for
and
this.
there's one each side?
Yeah, one each side. But it don't actually look that bad. Oh, this is melted, isn't it? I don't know. I wonder whether that's okay. I thought this rear wheel steer module was going to be completely broken, but we might actually get away with it. And I said it was £5 grand earlier, but that was for a second-hand one. For one of these from Lamborghini, it's over £11,000. So I'm going to try my luck. But this one is one we definitely needed. But these weren't that expensive. It's like £130. But that's one we couldn't really get away with that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bend there. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a little bit of a bend. I don't think you could hammer that one out, brother.
With all that suspension off, we've now got to start removing this rear quarter, which again is just bolted on. With this quarter out, it will give us even better access to that damaged chassis. And not to mention, the quarter will probably need replacing anyway. Right, this is it. we're fully clear, rear quarter's off. Now we can repair this, and once we repair this, well, when I say we, Bob's gonna do it. Once this is repaired, we can actually start building this all back up again. I'm just gonna leave it to Bob now. Bye. So this damage just happened in an area which is kind of a weird welded in part from Lamborghini. And Bob's just gonna cut out that part and replicate it by making one himself. Now I'm sure you've seen Bob in plenty of the previous videos, and he's from the machine shop, which teaches people how to weld and shows you guys all his repairs on his YouTube channel.
This has had a bit of heat on there, and we've got a fault on the motor. So Matthew has asked me very kindly, like he always does, to do some tests.
And whilst my dad does that, Bob's cleaning up the area where he's about to weld his new piece. He's using a bit of paper here to sort of press down on the existing part to make a marking and almost like a stencil so he can overlay it onto the aluminium that he's brought. He can then mark out on this aluminium where he needs to cut to make his new part. To me, it looks really inaccurate, but when I seen him cut this piece out, it was almost perfect. Maybe I need to take some lessons from Bob at the machine shop. My dad was still cracking away at the repair on that rear wheel steer motor, whilst I put the VIN number in of the SVJ into Car Vertical, where I could see the full report and history of the car.
Well, all I found is, Matthew, is that this grey wire here is obviously broken.
You couldn't have found that on Car Vertical.
Do you know what you could have found though?
All information on the vehicle that I was buying.
Like the full timeline, every time a registration plate's been changed, every time an ownership's been changed, whether the mileage has gone up, down, left or right, or there's been any outstanding finance on that car.
And also, you can find out if it's been categorised.
The SVJ has got one. Category S for supercar.
I don't really think that it's that.
Structural damage, I think that means. That app is pretty cool. I will have to check that out. I will.
Thanks for that. But, yeah.
No, that S stands for structural damage. But luckily for me, Bob is repairing that structural damage for me now. Another good thing Car Vertical does is if your car was involved in an accident, then sometimes it even shows you the photos of when the car was auctioned off at the car crash auction site, which is pretty handy to see. And now, Bob's just finished up the welding. Yeah, boy! And as a thank you, please go over to the Machine Shop's YouTube channel and subscribe to them. It looks actually better than new. And that
looks really good. But I'm surprised that aluminum looked really thin. Is that what the car's made out of? I mean, that's kind of scary, don't you think? That is thin aluminum, and if that's the the frame or the chassis of the car, I don't know. I'm surprised by that, but hey, it is what it is. It looks very good. It really does.
Done without a dent. All we've got to do now is build it all back up, and we might be able to drive this car for the first time, and then we can go through all the financials of how much this costs and what it's going to cost to rebuild. But in the meantime,
yes, this is what I wanted. If you watched my stream yesterday, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to know the cost and everything that will go into rebuilding this car. And I did say that I think it's going to be close to like if you were to go out and buy one. I did say that because I just think it's so expensive. Like, especially if he needs parts, he needs body panels, he needs, you know, I mean, those things are an arm and a leg. Seriously, like that costs a lot. But you never know. I'm just curious because that's what we want to know, right? How much is this costing you compared to if you just went out and bought one?
If you want to check your car out, you can do with the link in the description box below. And with discount code Matt, you're going to save yourself a nice bit of discount on that car vertical check. Now, let's start putting back on all of the suspension. Now, I think a lot of this suspension is all good to just go back on. And that one bent arm seems to have taken the brunt of the hit, which is what I've just replaced there. My dad's fixed this. We're about to find out whether it works or not when we plug it in. But it looks a bit dirty, but after this, it's gonna go to the ice blasters, hence why we haven't cleaned up everything else, but the ice blasters are gonna blast it. So all of this stuff, including the rear wheel steer, is going back on. We've literally only replaced one arm. Now, 9 times out of 10, there probably will be something else which is bent and needs replacing. But to the eye at the minute, it looks alright. So I'm going to take the chance because a lot of these suspension arms are quite expensive, and then when the car goes to wheel alignment, we'll truly get to see whether anything is bent or broken. And good news for me, the rear carbon brake disc is all in one piece. That doesn't need replacing either. And believe me, we've thoroughly checked it this time. So, here's the handbrake caliper, but the part we're missing which is broken, is that, and that goes onto the back of the caliper there, and when the motor spins, it pushes these calipers together and clamps onto the disc. From Lamborghini, if you try and buy this separately, good luck to you, because they'll try and sell you all of that. But just that separately off a Volkswagen Passat for £19.95, but it hasn't turned up. But luckily what I can do is put this on, and then I can put the motor on when it comes to, but for now we won't have a handbrake, at least on this side anyway. But it don't matter, we're only trying to drive it out the window door. Right, this is my Flintstones wheel. It's the only form of wheel. And we're gonna do first drive, guys, first drive. If this does a first drive, we've got further than the revolt.
Look at that rim. How is it possible that that tire is not flat? I like, you see this, right, guys? Like, look at that. That is insanely messed up.
Also, in episode 1,
Insanely
that's a
messed up.
subscribe, isn't it? That's way worth a subscribe.
Are you subscribed?
Or maybe it is flat. I just, maybe it is flat. Maybe it is. We have yet to see, actually.
I think so. Do you have to pay?
It's free. And you get to watch cars like this be rebuilt for your entertainment only for free. But what you could get, if you really wanted to as well, to support the channel that you like watching every single week, is some merchandise. Whoa! Unfortunately, not free. But there is a link in the description box.
Right, are we ready to drive this car out the window?
I'm just waiting.
Now, to see if the SVJ's gearbox actually works. I can't believe it, but
This is exciting. This is really exciting.
already, we're going for a first drive. First drive of the SVJ. Can't believe I'm saying that. SVJ. This is a full test now to see if the gearbox actually works, whether it turns the wheels, and if it actually does this, we've progressed way more than the Revolto. Let's see if it's gonna go. Oh, it feels proper special when you're sitting here compared to the Revolto. Like, this feels like I'm sitting in an F-16 jet. Look, so it's like, clear, jets.
So cool.
Whoosh, jets. Priming. Clear. Let's go.
Yeah.
It was driving. What a machine. A proper Lamborghini. Let's drive! Yes! She's out. It had managed the first drive.
That's awesome.
Start up, first drive, and we're out.
Look at that. Look at that. Guys, that is awesome. That is very cool.
I think she needs a name. Suzanne the SVJ.
I like it. I think it's Suzanne.
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 Okay, Suzanne. Suzanne the SVJ is out here. Looks sick, doesn't it? Now I need to give you guys a price breakdown of exactly what was spent on this, and hopefully, I think we'll be in the clear with this car. To the whiteboard. Suzanne the SVJ cost me a bargain price, I think,
400,000.
of £230,000. £5 more than I sold the Revolto for. And I think that's £5 more well spent. Especially as there's only 2 SVJ Roadsters for sale in the UK. And the cheapest one is £520,000. And one thing's for sure,
Okay.
we're not gonna have to buy a battery for Suzanne. Let's see if we can get Suzanne back on the road. I think we can. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
Let's go, guys. Guys, that was fun. That was fun. What a good video. There's obviously more parts to this. There's 2 more videos on this. Long videos. So we will be covering those. If you're interested, come watch with us. Bring a Red Bull. Bring a sense of humor and let's watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we love to do. This is what we're passionate. This is what I'm passionate about. I love cars. I love working on cars. This is what I want to do for my to make a living. So it would be so awesome to eventually be able to do something like this. And you know, I'm still gonna make videos on my channel about me working on my cars, the ones I do have. You know, my little Hyundai and Toyota. You know, I made the one about changing oil. I have other videos planned. I have a story time video coming up about how I got my little black Hyundai for a very low amount of money. So watch that when it comes out, please. And we'll keep going with these streams. We'll keep going with the videos. And I can't wait to see what this can turn into. It's going to be really cool. And I'm excited about it. I really am. If I can get a Lamborghini one day, that would be awesome. But it's going to take a lot of hard work. I know that. It's going to take a lot of dedication. Again, guys, I work full time right now. It's not easy to get to do this kind of content, but whatever it takes, I am going to do. So yeah, nice little stream here. Let me see. Can I see how long I've been streaming? Doesn't really say. Probably around 40 minutes, I would say. Oh, 44 minutes. Okay. So yeah, next time I will be streaming is most likely tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. So look forward to that. I might actually edit a video tomorrow. So, you know, nothing is set in stone, but I am going to try and have a regular schedule in the future. So love that. Love that. Guys, have a good evening. And I will see you when I see you, hopefully tomorrow. But, whenever I see you, I will say to you, welcome. That's what I'll say. All right, guys. I'll stop rambling. And, yeah, peace out. Peace out, brothers and sisters. See you later.